Hey there, I'm Andrew, a van technician at TOURIG, and as you can see, it's been a little cold recently outside. So today, I'm going to show you how to operate and use the Webasto and Espar heaters we install on our vans as an add-on, and why you might want one when it gets cold outside too. The Espar and Webasto heaters we install here at TOURIG are both pretty simple to use. They both come in gasoline and diesel models and are pretty similar. Today, I'm going to show you how to operate the temperature settings and set your time parameters for your own heater and show you the differences and similarities between both these models. The main difference between these two heaters is the BTU value, with the Webasto Evo having a 13,650 BTU per hour value and the Espar having a 7,500 value. This boils down to the Webasto Evo having a greater and faster heating capacity, and it's usually reserved for our 170-inch wheelbase models, whereas the Espar is reserved for our 144-inch wheelbase models. Let's start with the Webasto Evo. First, you want to wake up the screen on the controller by tapping the lower button once. After this, you can tap again to dive into the settings menu and navigate with the temperature gauge. Or just continue on to setting the temperature. Once the dial is turned to the temperature you want in the van, tap the top Webasto button once to turn on the heater. Once the heater reaches the desired temperature, it will automatically shut off and turn on to maintain that temperature if it's on the infinite duration setting. To change the duration of the heating time, navigate to the duration option in the menu and select the amount of time you want the heater to be running. In order to turn off the heater, follow the same steps used to turn it on and press the Webasto button once more until the red lights turn off. The Espar controller is fairly similar in its functionality. First, you'll wake up the screen by tapping the center button once as shown. From there, you can press and hold the same button to instantly turn on the heater or adjust the dial first to your desired temperature, and press the button once more to start the heater. For both heaters, general maintenance and inspection is a good idea, and a few tips for keeping your heater in good shape include running it once a month for 15 to 30 minutes, as well as running it on a higher temperature for the same amount of time after traveling back down to lower elevation. These methods, along with making sure exhaust and intake ports are clear of debris and ice buildup, can help keep the system clean and running efficiently. Both heaters can also run while the car is in motion, though we highly suggest turning them off when refueling the main fuel tank, as air getting into the fuel line can cause errors. And on that note, always be sure to monitor your fuel tank level on the main dashboard, as the heaters don't have an auto shut-off setting to prevent draining the fuel tank level below a certain amount. Overall, it's best not to run the heater if the fuel light comes on. With these heaters, keep in mind it's best to use them as a furnace rather than a space heater. Keep them on at a desired temperature and the system will regulate itself in an efficient way to make sure the van interior stays nice and warm throughout the day. That covers both the basic use and functionality of the heaters we offer here at TOURIG. For more questions, follow up with our support team and be sure to stick to a routine service schedule with us to keep your heater working in great shape. Have fun out there and stay warm.